How are you handling your depression? If your answer is like shit, then this video is for you. Today I want to talk about 3 ways to help you combat your depression. Hi, my name is Nick, and I have a YouTube channel called Build Dad Build. Being a content creator and being your own boss is amazing. But that and dealing with mental illness has made me want to quit YouTube more than once. I've been a content creator for a little over 7 years, and I've been dealing with depression for pretty much my entire life. And for the last month and a half, I've pretty much just sat on this couch and said to myself, I can't, or I won't, or I don't want to. The most frustrating thing is I know my brain is lying to me, but it's just not enough to help combat my lack of motivation. I spent years researching depression and trying to come up with the best ways to deal with it, the best ways to make it the smallest part of your life as possible. And along the way, I've picked up a couple of tips. And today I'd like to share my top 3 tips with you. I'm extremely excited about the last tip. It is the newest system I've put into place, but it's proving to be pretty damn effective. Before we go any further, I'd like to mention that I am not a medical professional. I'm just a real dude with real mental health issues. And what I'm about to talk about in this video is things that I've learned along the way by trial and error that work for me. Does your depression ever make you feel like you're in quicksand? Like you can't move? Like you can't get up? Like you can't get off the couch or can't get out of bed? My weapon of choice is that couch right back there. See how it has a great view of the TV? A lot of the times I would trick myself into thinking I was being productive because I would sit on the couch and I would have my iPad out, I would have my phone in my hand, but really all I was doing was doom scrolling on TikTok, right? Because your brain tricks you into thinking that you have a safe spot or that nothing can get at you in one place. Here's the deal. That safe spot isn't any safer than anything else. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to get up. You've got to get moving. So tip number 1 is you have to get out of your comfort zone. Get up, get moving. Go for a walk. Clean the kitchen counter. Do something that's going to break through that I don't want to or I can't attitude. What I like to do is I like to go clean the shop. When I'm out in the shop and I'm cleaning in my work environment, it gets my brain going. It gets my brain biscuits turning. And I start thinking about projects and I start thinking about the future. And when I do that, my depression kind of sinks into the background. That I can't or I don't want attitude kind of dims, if that makes any sense. So now that you're moving around, focus can be a big issue. You sit down at your computer, but then you get a text message. And so you answer the text message, but since your phone's in your hand, you decide to check your email. And once you check your email, you get into your old habit of maybe going and checking Instagram and Facebook. And then the next thing you know, you've been doom scrolling on TikTok for like an hour. I hate to break it to you, but that is not productive time. Or let's say you are productive and you sit down to answer emails, planning on only doing it for 30 minutes, but you get overwhelmed or there's too many emails. The next thing you know, hours have passed and the rest of the stuff you wanted to get done for the day just doesn't get done. A good way to realign your focus is time blocking. That's where you set yourself an amount of time to perform a certain task, and at the end of that time, you move on to the next task. So if you sat down to do emails, you do your emails for 30 minutes, and then you move on to the next task. And that keeps you on track. I did a video on time blocking on my other channel, Modern Day Ace. I'll link that up here and down below if you want to know more. Pro tip, you have to follow the blocks of time. What I was doing for the longest time was I would sit down and I would block out my entire day, but I wasn't setting a timer for each one of those blocks. So if I sat down to do emails for 30 minutes and it took me 45, 50 minutes, then I just did that. The problem is you run into your next task. So make sure that you set the timer on your phone, just get yourself a little timer for that matter, and make sure that you stop when you're supposed to stop. Also set focus on your phone. I am honestly really bad about this, and a lot of times I end up just leaving my phone in the other room because I don't understand the whole focus thing all that much, but I need to look into it because my understanding is it filters out all the crap. But if you don't understand focus, like I don't understand the focus, turn your alerts off, turn your phone on silent, and like I said, maybe even just leave it on the charger in the other room. Next up is accountability. At the end of the day, you're in charge. You can blame all your problems on your boss, on your coworkers, on your crazy neighbor next door, but at the end of the day, it all boils down to the fact that you are the only one that can affect change in your life. Your boss is a dick, find a new job. Your coworker's a dick, outperform them. Your neighbor's a dick, shit on their lawn. You are in charge. The sooner you realize that, the better, because you are the only one that can hold yourself accountable and make changes in your life. My new tip to hold yourself accountable is the accountability mirror. I picked up this idea from David Goggins in his book, Can't Hurt Me. Great book, highly recommend it. If you want a swift kick in the ass, you need to read this book. I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. Okay, let me show you my accountability mirror. So I currently have 3 things I want to focus on. So these sticky notes on my mirror remind me daily of what I need to do. The left side is my sticking point. The right side is how I'm gonna fix it. Let me turn you around. All right, if you're truly serious about your accountability, you have to be brutally honest with yourself. You were fat. I promised myself I would never get over 200 pounds. I'm weighing in at 208. So my counterpart to that is I wanna lose 10 pounds. This is the date that I weighed myself, and then I haven't really listed on here because it takes up too much space, but I'm doing cardio and working out to take care of that. Next, you are lazy. I've been laying on the couch way too much. We think it may be a medical issue with the fact that I can't get up, so I'm gonna have a doctor's checkup. We're gonna check my thyroid and see if I have sleep apnea. This is a reminder to drink more water. The blue jug is what I'm going to drink more water, and to be present when I'm around. Big emphasis on be present when you are doing anything. Be in the moment. Don't be in your head. And third, you drink too much.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
My doctors have been telling me this for a while. I tried to go cold turkey and I had some ill effects, and then I found out that since I've been drinking so much for so long that just going cold turkey can really kind of mess with your system, and it can even kill you, is what they said. They said that going cold turkey can actually, sometimes you can just, your body doesn't know how to handle it and it just shuts down. So we are weaning ourselves off. So our solution to you drink too much is to moderate our alcohol. Our intake this week is 3 beers 3 times weekly, and then we'll just reduce this until we're down to a more manageable number. The key to a good accountability mirror is being brutally honest with yourself. If you're not going to be honest with yourself, you're not really going to hold yourself accountable. Now, with these systems in place, I am back and better than ever and ready to make more YouTube videos, and I can't wait to share my progress with you guys. See you soon.